Hey scholars, this is Professor Denham. I'm your instructor for COM 1100 this fall semester, public speaking in the Communication Studies Department. So this is a video that's just sort of a welcome video, introduction video, telling you a little bit about myself, a little bit about the course, and that's about it. So our course, as you know, is fully online, is fully asynchronous, and what that means is we don't have any sort of set schedule in terms of meeting times. We don't have any required meetings. We don't have any required Zoom meetings. I probably won't be using Zoom with most of you. I do use Zoom as an option for office hours. My office hours, however, are going to be online / email essentially. I have a designated time frame for office hours, and then I'll be checking my email at that time. So if you send me an email, more than likely you'll get a response right away. And all that information is on the syllabus. So the syllabus and course schedule is available on our Canvas page. Do make sure that you're looking through the Canvas page. I'll be updating it throughout the entire semester. Right now, there's several resources or there's several modules and tabs and things for you to look through and look at and get yourself familiarized with our course. So one way to think about an online course, one way to think about Canvas is that it's our classroom. It's an online classroom, a virtual classroom. For many of you, this is no news, right? You've been doing this for a while. You've had lots of experience. For others of you, for others, this might be the first time you've had an online class, or you're just not really familiar with Canvas. I will say that Canvas is very user-friendly, in my opinion. I've used it for 3 years at multiple colleges, and it's very intuitive and user-friendly as a student, and then user-friendly as the teacher. So stay tuned with that. I'll continue to have lots of resources and documents on Canvas. That's what I'll be using to post PowerPoint lectures and assignments and all types of things for our class, basically. So as you know, it's a course in public speaking, and I've been teaching public speaking now for 15 years. I'm on my 16th year of teaching at the college level. I've taught at multiple colleges. I got my master's degree at Cal State Fullerton. I got my PhD at LSU, Louisiana State University in Baton Rouge. Go Tigers! So I taught a lot of different courses to a lot of different demographics of students over the last decade and a half. And my goal for public speaking is to get you to become comfortable with the uncomfortability of public speaking. A lot of students join a public speaking class and they have fear, they're worried, they're concerned, they're like, oh my gosh, I have stage fright, I have public speaking anxiety, and so on and so forth. So I'm completely aware of that, and I'm very sympathetic to that, and not just sympathetic, but I structure the course such that I'm trying to equip you with tools. I'm trying to help you to understand how to embrace that uncomfortability that we all face when we're public speaking, whether it's in front of a live audience or in front of a camera. I've had students say things like, I still got that public speaking anxiety when I was recording myself giving a speech, even though I knew no one was there. It was just me and the camera, but I knew that it was going to be evaluated and it was going to be graded and so on and so forth. So that for some students, that still generated a certain level of public speaking anxiety, PSA, is what we call it. So I talk a lot about PSA and what it is and why we experience it and what it looks like, how it's manifested. So it's manifested differently in everyone. What I mean is, like, some people get a really shaky voice, some people get really hot and sweaty, some people get red, some people their hands shake, and some people it feels like your legs are shaking, but they're not. It's just your legs get kind of like jello. So I'll talk through all those different things in an effort to help you to understand it better, and then we'll talk about the different types of tools that you can learn and apply to help you with getting more comfortable with public speaking. All that to say, my goal is not to eliminate your fear of public speaking. And I say that because a lot of students, they come into a class like public speaking and they say, I want to get rid of my fear of public speaking. I want to get completely rid of that stage fright. That might happen, but it usually doesn't. However, once you understand public speaking and you understand what's going on, you learn how to coexist with that. You learn you learn about different tools that you can use from the textbook. So think about, like, if you think about our course textbook as a toolbox, I would say think of our course textbook like a toolbox, and within this toolbox, there's all kinds of tools that you can use to basically construct a speech and learn how to speak confidently. Even if you're feeling that, even if you're feeling the nerves, even if you're feeling the butterflies, you can still do it once you learn the tools. Just like if you're taking a cooking course, if you've never cooked before, you might be a little apprehensive about cooking. You might have a little anxiety towards cooking. You could call it cooking anxiety. But if you've taken a course, like a course on how to cook, and you've looked through textbooks or cookbooks, you're given all these kinds of tools that you can use to make stuff, to cook stuff, to bake stuff. And you still might have apprehension about cooking, but the point is you're taking a systematic approach, taking tools and applying them in a specific context. Our course being public speaking, or my example with cooking or baking. So that's a little bit about public speaking, a little bit about me. I told you about my teaching experience. I'm an Orange County native. I'm a California native. I've lived in Southern California most of my life. I lived in Baton Rouge, Louisiana for 5 years. Been married for 14 years. I have 2 kids, Sadie and Graham. They may make an appearance in a video or two over the next semester. So that's a little bit about me, and I'll learn a little bit about you with our first 2 assignments, which are due on Sunday of this week. Sunday would be the 29th, I believe. All that stuff is on the course schedule. So on that note, pretty much everything in our class is going to be due on a Sunday night. I just choose Sunday night at 11:59 p.m., just before midnight on Sundays, as a consistent way for you to remember, like, when things are due, essentially. So you have 2 assignments due this Sunday. One is a student profile. You'll see a blank document, a blank Word document. It just says student profile. And the assignment is fill it out. Pretty easy. You don't need to give me a ton of information, but if you want to share with me things about yourself, go ahead. But just do the bare minimum. At least do the bare minimum, your name, and then the information that's asking you. Also attach a photo. So I want you to, so the assignment is 2-part. 1, complete the profile. 2, be sure to submit a photo. You can have any kind of a photo. It can be your driver's license, or just some sort of recent photo, or a photo that you want to share with me. And then you include that within the assignment. You can like copy and paste the photo within the Word document, and then leave it as a Word document, or convert it to a PDF. Be sure that you're only doing either a Word document or a PDF document. Don't turn in things like Pages or Google Docs, because generally there's problems when students do that. Sometimes there's not, but generally there are. So make sure you're either turning in a Word document or a PDF document. In terms of the photo, like I said, you can include the photo within that Word document, or you can just attach a photo separately. Within Canvas, you can attach multiple files, several files within the same assignment module. So yeah, you can just attach a photo like a JPEG. Make sure it's a normal type of photo file, for lack of a better term. So that's that. It shouldn't take you very long at all. It's very, very easy. That's worth points, of course. Everything's worth points. And then the other assignment is the Dr. Joseph TED Talk. So there's a TED Talk that you'll watch. It's given by a person who was he was involved in, I forget his role. He was a soccer coach, athletic director, I think, at a college. And he gives this TED Talk on self-confidence. It's an excellent TED Talk. I've been showing it to my students for years, and most students really, really benefit from it. So that assignment is, you watch the TED Talk. As you're watching the TED Talk, you want to take notes. You can take notes on your computer or whatever. And then you'll have a series of questions to answer. So that all of those details are explained within the assignment module. I try to make things very, very intuitive for you. That way you you won't have questions. But if you do have questions, please ask me prior to, just before the deadline. If you're asking me questions, if you're emailing me at like 11:50 p.m., 9 minutes before it's due, you're not going to get a response from me until the next day. So one of the challenges with being in a fully online, fully asynchronous course is that it's up to you how to manage your time. I'll send you reminders, and I'm going to do my best to try to help you with navigating your time, because in general, as a human, that's a challenge, right? Managing time. As a college student, it can be a challenge to manage time. But when you're given a situation like this, where you see the work that you have to do, and then the deadline is not till Sunday midnight, some students have a tendency to wait till the very end, and then bad things tend to happen, right? It takes longer than you think, and then you end up doing poor quality work, or takes longer than you think, and then you miss the deadline, or something goes wrong with your computer. So I'll say this now, and I'll be talking about this. This will be an ongoing narrative with how to manage your time, and doing things in chunks, so you don't get into trouble with deadlines and late penalties and stuff like that. On that note, I have a separate video for the syllabus, so that will be available probably tomorrow anyhow, but I'll let you know. You'll see that on Canvas. So let's see. That's about it. So like I said, you'll continue. Wait, hold on one second. My little notes fell. Here we go. Okay, so that's about it. So make sure you get the course textbook. That information is on our Canvas page. It's on the syllabus. When this, like I said, the syllabus is going to be. I'll have a syllabus video. The syllabus is available now, but I'll have a separate video for the syllabus, probably available tomorrow, Wednesday. So that's about it. I'm looking forward to working with all of you, and I hope we have a great semester. Public speaking, like I said, is one of those courses where a lot of students tend to have a weird relationship with, because most people don't like public speaking, but you're taking the course because it's a requirement. And my goal is to get you to become comfortable with it. And there's a number of things that I'll be doing throughout the course that should help you to get comfortable with the whole process of public speaking. So that's that for today, for now, and I hope you're doing great. Happy fall semester. Talk to you soon.